Jim Clendenen, and I'm the mind behind Climat winery, which I founded in 1982 in Santa Barbara County, California, and moved to the north in the Santa Maria Valley in 1989. Oh, you know, when we started there was nothing. The first experimental plantings were in the late 60s. The majority of interesting plantings were made in the early 70s. At the very beginning, they've all been replanted, of course. We got there in 77, got a chance to sort of see the development and evolution. People thought it was a good area for Cabernet Sauvignon. That was probably an error at the time, so our early wines were a little bit weird, a little earthy and herbal, as it were, as they found in Monterey County and in San Luis Obispo County also. But we found out that Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and obviously Syrah a little bit later, were among the grapes that did very well in a cool climate, struggled to ripeness, had bright acidity, great balance, and a lot of elegance to them. Santa Barbara Pinot Noir in the beginning was a little tough. It always had promise. The clones weren't proper. Everything was planted naturally rooted. And it turned out that when phylloxera began to threaten and we started playing around with rootstocks, we discovered that very small vines that were heavily devigorated, planted in larger numbers than we had in the past, so between 1,700 and 2,000 vines per acre instead of 500 vines per acre. And with interesting clones recently developed at the University of Dijon by Professor Raymond Barnard back in the 70s, and also some old FPMS material that Davis had, planting a combination of those things with high density and north-south row orientations, and we didn't have to do any work anymore. The grapes were so good that all we had to do was keep them cool, crush them, let them ferment on their own, and then 14 days later put them down in barrels, bottle them 18 months later with very little work, and our wines were delicious. So it was a question of having the wrong material in the beginning but in the right area, and now that we have the right material in a very interesting climate zone for Pinot Noir, I think even the future is going to be better than it is right now.